Hello StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another weekly edition of MidRank Madness. This is a 2v2 game held on Magma mines, and let's go ahead and introduce the players. On the right side of the map, we have Team Captain America, represented by the Red Zerg player Cold Milk, and his teammate, the Blue Protoss player Rostov. And in the left side of the map, we have Team B. I know, the colors teal and purple don't go together to remind me of anything. We have the teal Terran player, it is Rogue Hunter. And his teammate, the purple Zerg player, Traz. So I was told this is a platinum level game here for MidRank Madness this week, although it doesn't really matter because last week I had you guys guess, maybe 2 weeks ago I had you guess what level this game was for MidRank Madness, and I had gold, platinum, and diamond guessed all over the place for that game. So for whatever reason, it's really hard to tell what level these players are in these middle ranks. It just seems like sometimes if you have bad micro, you can make it in there anyway with your good macro, and vice versa. But anyway, let's see what's happening here in this game. It is a PZ versus a PT, PZ versus a ZT. Yeah, that's what it is. Both players, it looks like, going hatch first into an extractor into a pool there, and yes, indeed, going pool extractor over here with Trazorn, so not too different. Meanwhile, we have gateways on the way and barracks coming up too for both of these players who are non-Zerg. Overlord Scout for Cold Milk heading on up, trying to see what it can see. And where's the Overlord? Here it is. Trazorn is now sending Overlords out a little bit late, but does have a Drone Scout. I like that. I really like Drone Scouts. Do that, players. Do it all the time. Look at that. That's a kind of a fun map feature. You thought you were on some plains or something, but no way. There are pipes running down there inside lava. Like, that's how deep that hole is. You can see the magma inside the planet. And here comes the drone. Gonna check this out. See nothing untoward. Actually I was gonna say, gonna bypass the Zerg entirely there? No? Alright, good job, Trazorn. Get in there, see what's going on. Nothing too weird. Very standard indeed. Not a quick pool first, which is what you're kind of worried about in these team games, because look, that ramp is not walled off. This base is really super exposed if you're worried about it as a Zerg player. But both players now have their spawning pools, and drones coming out here for Cold Milk. Trazorn is getting a queen and a drone, so nobody's planning on being too aggressive at this point. Gateway, cybernetics core off of one base here, now expanding, so a bit of a later expand, but it is gold for Rostov. That's good. And similar stuff here from Rogue Hunter, although did get that expansion first, now transferring work is over. That's going to help our Terran player out a lot. Rogue Hunter looking good, so 3 racks with 1 gas. That's going to be a lot of Marines and Marauders, folks. Tech Lab and Reactor coming up here too. Any other additional tech from our Zerg players? No, just basically droning up, getting queens, getting speed for their lings. They might try to be aggressive at some point, but right now, nobody's really doing much of anything except for the Overlord Scouts that are in positions to see what's happening at Zelnanga Watchtowers across this map. There are some rocks you can knock down to access yet another gold base, which is very nice. I assume there's the same thing down here. Oh, except there aren't any rocks. I guess they're farther away. This is farther away, so that's why it's not protected by rocks. Either way, some links now heading out for Trazorn and a link for Cold Milk coming up. Looks like they bypass each other entirely. Checking for a third base. There is not one there at all. Robotics facility coming up here for Rostov, and an engineering bay for those upgrades for Rogue Hunter. So Rogue Hunter's going bio, and more bio, and that is all I would expect to see out of him. He's not even getting medevacs, actually, which seems to be a problem here at the platinum level, but we'll see if it actually hurts him or not. This guy is just checking for a third base. He doesn't care about scouting the worker count. And there's a Spore Crawler from Trazorn. That's a bit of a... I mean, I guess there could be DTs coming since nobody's really scouted at all. Queens stabbing away these speedlings. Not even speedlings yet. These slowlings getting sniped on down there. Good job by Rostov covering, not allowing that full scout into the Protoss base and seeing the robotics facility and the forge that is now coming up for our Protoss player. So both teams are very happily sharing their resources. Got the gold base taken by the non-Zerg player. The Zerg player is allowed to take a quick hatch, possibly move down for a third at some point here. Nobody's really scouting this from Team B, but Team Captain America could take this if they wanted to. Now scouting, and with that speedling, those wings moving on up, and oh no, actually, oh, can he get the SCV that's building the supply depot? He could. No, he can't. Oh, now he does. That SCV is completely dead. Kaboosh. And gets killed by some roaches, which are now out from Trazorn. Is Cold Milk? Cold Milk's not doing anything at all, really. Cold Milk has a lot of money in the bank, as making drones upon drones upon drones. Has 29 drones to 32, 31, and 25 compared to the opposition. So he's out droning the other Zerg player, but not really doing much of anything else. A couple more lings here trying to come on in. That's a lot of speedlings, though. Chasing these guys all the way back home. Good reaction time, actually, from Trazorn to see what's going on there. Meanwhile, Rogue Hunter is now getting a factory and a second engineering bay. Upgrades looking good for our teal Terran player. I'm actually very happy about that. Evolution chambers coming up as well for Trazorn. And a third hatch on the way for Cold Milk. So Cold Milk is kind of sacrificing tech to go for higher macro play. Does have a Baneling Nest, okay. A Roach Warren and 2 Evolution Chambers. So Banelings, if necessary, I think those would be defensive Banelings. Not planning on actually trying to get in there and try to kill his opponent. Although, man, a big Baneling Ling attack could probably actually take this out, assuming these guys didn't respond in time. But can't really assume that, I suppose. Blink coming up for a Protoss player, Rustov. I have to assume that's a Russian name. It just feels Russian when I say it. Rustov. +1/+1 on the way on those engineering bays. And yeah, the factory changed itself, or did not change itself, lent itself to becoming, or allowing the Terran player to make a starport come up here onto this reactor. I assume we're going to see medevacs popping out there. Factory tops down. Going to build a tech lab, possibly for some tanks. Tanks are very good. There are a lot of armored units in the Protoss army, and there's a lot of armored units actually for the Terran too, with things like Roaches. But these are Ravagers, and that's an Overseer. Worker count, how you looking, Cold Milk? Looking good? No, still the lowest among everybody. So getting that extra expansion, not really taking advantage of it. Injects are not the best we've ever seen. Again, this is platinum level, so we don't expect them to be incredible, but if you're going 3 hatch, you really got to stay on top of those, especially if you're not necessarily defending against any attacks. All right, I feel like Rogue Hunter is ready to go any moment now. He's got his medevacs popping out. He got +1 attack just finished. Starts +2 immediately. Is he queuing those? No, just good reaction time actually, so nicely played. Indeed, Overseer with the good scout. Nope, that's Trazorn's Overseer. I was wondering why the Marines weren't shooting at it. That would explain it. A couple links from Trazorn do get taken down. Cold Milk then backs on out to the creep, which is spreading at a pretty nice rate, I would say. Rustov taking his 3rd base down here, and now taking his 3rd is Trazorn. And I wonder if Rogue Hunter is planning on taking a 3rd of his own. He is. He's going to take this one right here. All right. I like that. It's just that it's a really short trip from there to there. You have to worry about aggression from your opponents. They don't seem coming. Archon getting morphed in for Rustov. So it's kind of an Immortal Archon, Stalker, Ling, Ravager type play for Team Captain America. Team B going more with the Marine, Marauder, Medevac, and Roach. Play Trazorn. Are you floating a lot of money? You are. I was going to say, you haven't made units in a while. Getting some Ravagers here. All right. We'll see how that works on out. Again, spend your money. Spend your money. Get workers. Get supply buildings and supply overlords, and spend your money as fast as you can. If you can't spend it fast enough, get another hatch. Get a macro hatch, which just means a 2nd hatch inside one of your other bases that not actually being used for mining, just being used for larva production. You can definitely do that in Legacy of the Void and not really get hurt too much. Storm coming up here for Rustov. I like that. Also getting Resonating Glaives, increasing the attack speed of these adepts by 45%. What was that? Something got shot. I don't know. Look at that weird doodad flying around there. Creep spread about halfway across the map right now. I think that's the official halfway point for Cold Milk. Continuing to push it even further than that, and taking the 3rd base is Rogue Hunter. All right, so both players are essentially running a no-rush 20-minute game here as Ghost Academy for Rogue Hunter. Get nukes. Rogue Hunter, get the nukes. My fans like nukes so much. I would be very happy if that is what occurred here today. +2 armor coming up as well. But anyway, back in the Brood War days, when you could play on Battle.net against other players on the ladder, there were custom games like the arcade today, and a lot of them were very popular as no rush for 20 minutes, which just meant you sat back for 20 minutes and then you attacked. Didn't have to worry about early anything, just macroed your heart's content, did whatever you wanted, whatever composition you wanted, and then went for it. But here is a drop by Rogue Hunter, taking down that pylon, getting rid of a lot of probes here. The entire army trying to come up and deal with it, but losing a lot of workers and the mothership core in the process. Can they focus down the Nexus? Nope, they cannot. Here comes some Baneling hits, picking up and moving on out. Brilliantly played by Rogue Hunter. Not overextending there at all. Didn't lose a whole lot, but that's a lot of dead workers for Rustov. Rustov is now down to 34, which is definitely the lowest among anybody in the game right now. Should try to reproduce those. It's queuing up some probes, which is probably fine in this particular situation. Rustov also has some cannons here. The creep is very nicely choosing not to come and cover his buildings. His teammate here, Cold Milk, is making sure of that. Composition looking all right for Rustov. If we look at the, let's see, units tab, I don't know. How can I tell the total supply for everybody? Active forces, there we go. 116, 105, 134, and 140. It looks like Team B might not be doing too poorly here. They're macroing pretty darn well. That Liberator, I like these Liberator positionings with Marines and Marauders. That +2/+2 really going to come in a lot of handy here. Getting +3. Is this Polt? Are we watching Polt? Is this Terran getting +3 in under 10 minutes? They're going to try. Banelings crashing on in. And good stutter step, though. Not doing too poorly. This is just a lot of Roach and Ravager. +1 Carapace here, but not any attack. Canceling that command center. I think that probably would have been a planetary fortress. This Queen stays behind and just gets absolutely massacred. I don't know what you're trying to do, Queen, but I assume that was probably your player's fault. Moving in here is Team B, canceling a hatch just by its mere presence. Krosabile's being thrown down, not hitting anything, almost hitting his own units here, standing right on in to attack and fight. That's a lot of Immortals. This Archon in the front here does get exploded, gets a couple of nice quick shots off, but Team Captain America looking A-OK. Krosabile almost knocking down that Overseer, and it does get sniped down by the Stalkers. There's another drop up here from Rogue Hunter at the same time, though, and a big clash. Nope, that's not a clash. That's the same guys. And takes down the Forge, canceling an upgrade, getting rid of a lot more probes here. Poor Rustov has lost so many probes in this game. These drops have been through the roof, and once again, not going to stay in here and extend his stay any more than he needs to. Kills a bunch of Lings, though, for free, and then picks up and runs, and no! Gets caught! Gets caught by the Stalkers. Oh, one full medevac does end up going down there. That hurts, but it could have been a lot worse, I think. All right, so the whole army responds. There's nothing here to do anymore for Cold Milk. He's going to have to back down here to defend this front door once again. So, expanding here is Trazorn. This base already up and running for the Trazorn. Income tab, 59 and 34 for Team Captain America, 51 and 42 for Team B. So, Team B not doing too poorly right now. Moving on down, we have, just Roaches, Ravagers. Any more upgrades on these guys? +2 Carapace, which is being shared by the Ravagers, Roaches, Lings, and Banelings, which is okay. I'd like to see some attack upgrades, but Cold Milk has no interest in doing that at all. Getting more Ravagers, getting some Banelings, and getting some Corruptors. Rustov tried to make a drop here, but I think that was sniffed out pretty well by Trazorn, landing here with some, and getting a Storm off. A Worker Storm! Ooh! Eating up a bunch of good drones there. Trying to find a nice place to drop without getting hit by that nasty Spore Crawler. Another Storm possibly right up in here. And it is, not greatly located, but does kill a couple of workers, which is all right. Another push up here. Marines and Marauders clearing out creep. And then backing on out, getting some shots off on Banelings, which is always great. You want to kill Banelings when they're far away from you, not when they're right on top of your army. Now, this production tab for Rogue Hunter is looking really good. +3 attack just finished. Uh-oh, though. Chitin is bleeding. Trazorn's going for Ultras, too. I really think TB might have this one. I really do. I love their composition. I love the upgrades. +2/+2 here for Trazorn already completed. Killing more and more of this creep, not allowing Team Captain America to do much with it. Just that Immortal count is what really scares me right now from Rustov. Big attacks, losing a bunch of Ravagers. Korsabile's landing, killing a couple of units, too. Just dancing back and forth. Nobody really wants to commit in this situation. Some Defender mode circles setting on up and saying, please come in here, Rustov. I'd like to murder your stuff. I'll murder it anyway. How about that? 2 Immortals and a couple Stalkers go down there. Good flank, though, from up top from Cold Milk. The Corruptors would probably get in and take care of those Liberators, but the Immortals just putting in work. This Roach line getting destroyed. A couple Storms a little bit too late. Bit of some overkill there, but that's all right. Rogue Hunter up here killing some more workers. Big battle over here, too. I don't know if Rogue Hunter's drops could actually get cleaned up. They are walking all over the place. They're murdering drones. They are murdering probes. Team Captain America, it seems to be very, very low on workers. 53 and 26 to this point, although Team B is not doing much better. From what I can see there, I mean, I guess another Queen is going to die. Some more workers going to die. Every single worker at this base is completely getting destroyed. They can't get the Hive. Not with the time that they have, but picking up, running away. Oh, losing another full medevac to those Corruptors. Boosting away. Might land here. Just try to kill these guys because I don't know if they can make it out alive. Can they do it? The Stalkers, if they had Blink. Wait, they have Blink. They have Blink. They probably could have got that from Rustov, but that's A-OK. All right, so both players losing a lot to this point. Another attempted Warp Prism drop could happen right here. I like the Warp Prism, or the Spore Crawler positioning, though. I really do. +3 ground carapace and +3 melee attack on the way for Cold Milk. All right, so Cold Milk is getting Ultras a little bit after his opponent, Trazorn. Is getting Ultra. So Ultra on Ultra here might be interesting. Warp Prism trying to find another place to drop, and does drop right here. Storm, ready to go. Man, huge storms. That's a lot of dead drones. Oh boy. Trazorn losing it, but the Warp Prism gets sniped on down there too. Cold Milk up here trying to kill this building command center. Gonna force a cancel. No, ends up getting it without the cancel. Standing right on in. A nice concave here from the Zerg army, but stutter stepping forward here is Rogue Hunter. Wow, he does not care about anything. These Corruptors can kill whatever they want, but they just mowed through those Roaches. And those Ravagers going to kill the Overseers as well if that is an opportunity. Oh, some rallied Roaches taking some shots there too. Another big battle up here. Yep, I think Rustov has this one though. Rustov managing to handle it with ease thanks to these Immortals that are just crushing the Roach count that is so heavy right now from Trazorn. Hatchery does get taken down though by Rogue Hunter. Sniping down the medevac. Nicely done by the Corruptors there from Cold Milk. And another attack before Rogue Hunter backs on out. Overseer checking it out saying, crud, Rogue Hunter has this gold base. Rogue Hunter with 50 Harvesters and the gold base, 2 gold bases. I guess he's already mined out this one, so Not necessarily 2. I'm not sure why he has a Ghost Academy. Does he have any ghosts? No. No, he doesn't. Maybe for later? Maybe for steady targeting for later? Here are some ultras from Trazorn. Let's see that ultra count. How we looking? 3 there for Trazorn. 6 on the ground for Cold Milk, though. And his chitinous plating is just about to finish. Here they are. Ultras, Immortal, Stalker, Storm available with the Templars, too. I like this composition. There's not much air to worry about, but the Corruptor Ball is there just in case there are a lot of Liberators. Now, again, we've said this. If you're going to deal with Ultras in TVZ, you need to either have a lot of Liberators or a lot of Ghosts, because you can't do this with Bio. You can't do Marine Marauder against fully upgraded Ultras, as these are very close to being Ultras trundling along. I look, their walking animation is just like boom, 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 kind of like elephants, which I guess makes sense because they're huge. Remember in the Heart of the Swarm cinematic, the opening cinematic, where the Ultras are coming in and they're like 8 times larger than roaches, just like ginormous, and in-game, not necessarily the case. Anyway, getting chased away by these Stalkers that do have +1 attack, but not really doing that much damage to tickle these guys. Cold Milk coming in with his Ultras. Is he going to try to catch him? This base is in a lot of trouble. Ultra on Ultra Violence, though. Oh boy, Ultra versus Ultra. All of them have the upgrades. No! No, Trazorn does not have attack upgrades. That's a big problem. Who's going to win this thing? Cold Milk wins it fairly handily. Another attack from Rogue Hunter, though. Sneaking on in, curling some more creep trimmers, killing yet another base, and then backing out. Rogue Hunter does not want to commit, and he's very smart not to do so. Cold Milk won that battle of the Ultras very convincingly, taking down a hatchery too. Another attacks Marines and Marauders. Liberators trying to set up the Defender Mode circles in great positions, actually. One gets sniped on down. Bunch more Liberators are here, though. Storms on top of everything, handling this extremely well is Rustov. Are there any more units in the ground to take care of the air, though? No, the Immortals are forced to back on out. The Ultras coming back home, too. Some units streaming across for a rally. They might just die, and they realize what they're doing. Back on out here. Some Roaches try to come up, but the Ultras say no. No, Roaches. Sorry, I know you're +3/+3 and all, but no. You're almost outnumbered by Ultras here. Not going to work for you today. These Roaches, too, backing on out. Cold Milk, how far does he want to push this thing? Not too far. Backs out there, too. Again, Rogue Hunter just sitting on this side of the map could probably take down these 3 Immortals. Going to go ahead and do it. Free Immortals, he says. Thank you for playing. Setting up, walking back into the Defender Mode circles here, saying baiting the other team to walk on in. And look at that. Adepts stalk in, walk in, rather get annihilated. The Corruptors could probably handle this. There aren't many Marines, but more Marines coming in. +3/+3 Marines walking into it now. No. Cold Milk turning his eyes at the last second, deciding not to go into this. Team Captain America can't decide how to deal with this. They really can't. There are a lot of Liberators up there. A lot of Marines and Marauders continuing to stream across the map. No medevacs, though, which is a problem. I really feel like Rogue Hunter should be making some more medevacs, but is mining from this base, spending his money pretty darn well, too. Again, minerals are the problem. Corruptors coming in from that right side. They snipe down a Liberator. That's okay. That's all right here. A rogue counterattack from Trazon, trying to kill more and more of these probes. Going to go ahead and get right in here. Oh, man, I feel like Rustov has lost the most probe workers of anybody in this game. Is not in dead last, though. Actually higher than 2. Roaches, no, don't. Why are you... Oh, all right, I guess enough of them survived that run-by technique probably worked. Oh, man, Rogue Hunter darting down to kill a creep tumor and then darting back up to the safety. Every time he stims, though, he's losing more and more health. I don't know why he's not making medevacs. I suppose all of his attention is down here. APM for these players is pretty darn high. Currently over 200 for 2 of the players, over 100 for the other 2. Overlord here, scouting things out, does see what Rustov is up to, and I mean, just don't walk into the circles. That's pretty much how this is going to go. He's trying to siege forward, going to kill an Overseer, kill an Overlord. I'm not sure if that's enough to actually supply block Cold Milk or not. It's close, but it's not. Here come the Ultras. They say, fine, you want to set up right there? We'll destroy everything that you have. Missile turret trying to get rid of every Corruptor on Earth by itself. Not going to happen. Marines and Marauders setting up Defender Mode circles here. The Ultras try to come in and deal with this thing, but the Defender Mode circles, oh man, just 85 per hit, just absolutely tearing through those Ultras. Marauders doing a good job too. A DT attack here by Rustov, taking out a base. Oh my goodness, Trazorn losing that. This base is under a lot of trouble, though. There are some medevacs here. How much energy they have left? Enough possibly to heal through this. Losing the infestation pit, maybe. No, leaving the end. Nope. There we go. Gonna take that sucker out. Getting rid of this spawning pool. It's basically a base race right now. Rustov and Cold Milk trying to come in and taking care of that base too. Spore Crawlers getting shots off on Corruptors. Up here is the Protoss army of Rustov walking through Rogue Hunter's army like it's not even there. I guess base mostly, because the army's not here. There are some defenders, but there are not enough to handle this at all. +1/+2. now completed. 16 damage versus armored on the particle disruptors from the Stalker. This base as well, forced to lift off. It will burn alive. I'm not sure where it was going. It probably ran into those cannons. Getting rid of an expired extractor. Not the best use of your bullets, but that's okay. This base now gone too. And active forces, let's see, 90, 112, 113, 54. Trazorn is dead in the water. All he has are these roaches. Does he have anything to deal with DTs? I don't know that he does. Does he have any? He has some spine crawlers coming up, but there are no spore crawlers. There's a spore crawler back here. There we go. Now can see the DTs, but the ultras are a huge problem. Pretty good positioning, though, from the roaches, only allowing the ultra to attack one place at a time. Meanwhile, Rustov continuing to lay waste to the Terran base. Rogue Hunter returning the favor, laying waste to his base, getting rid of that Dark Shrine. First of all, that's a great decision. These guys still alive, kind of wasting their time here on some these larvae that do have 10 armor. That take a while to kill here, too. Corruptor taking down these flying Terran buildings. And did Trazon? No, Trazon kind of held this off. Actually, he's going to get rid of those DTs. Oh, no, but Caustic Spray being used on a constructing hatch. Cold Milk, you're so mean. So mean here. This is insane. Rogue Hunter taking down a gateway, getting rid of the Twilight Council, getting rid of a Nexus. Who has any workers left at all? 28 and 39 available for Team Captain America. I guess this base is kind of mining. This base is kind of mining. And down here, too, this is where all of Cold Milk's probes, or drones, rather, went. Ultra's getting rid of the Hive. Broodlings trying to get their revenge. Not going to happen against full 8 armor ultras. Thank you very much. The roaches are doing what they can. And again, they're fast on creep, but every time they take a swipe, it just hurts. It hurts so much here. This command center trying to land somewhere. Getting auto-repaired by the SCVs. No. Loses the orbital command here. Liberators flying right on in. Liberator versus Corruptor. Corruptors with no upgrades. Liberators with +3 attack. Whoa! I think they might just win this one. All the Corruptors are going to get taken out, especially with Marine support on the ground. Goodbye, Corruptors. That was, ouch. That was a tough death for sure. But this gold base and a replanted spawning pool going to be the deal. Trazorn coming down here. Is he going to set an attack? Attack, Trazorn! Attack! No! Cold Milk responds first. He has more drones. He's going to win that battle of the armies. Coming in here, Rustov and Cold Milk just ripping through everything that is left for Trazorn. Trazorn might just get eliminated. I guess he does have these buildings left here, though. Rustov setting up a base down here, expanding during all of the insanity. I like this play. I really do. Cannons, assimilators, pylons getting sniped down all over the place by a Rogue Hunter. This base up and running here. Rogue Hunter can see this and kill this. I feel like Rogue Hunter's army might be the scariest, except for the 2 ultras that Cold Milk has. Can Rogue Hunter win this game? +3/+3 Marines and Marauders with medevac support. Mind you, taking out this Nexus. Rustov has this one still available, but it's not even up and running yet. Liberators setting up death traps in this location. A spine crawler coming up. Not what you want. Not what you want. Rogue Hunter taking down the Nexus. These probes all going to die. Rogue Hunter might just pull this one out. Rogue Hunter showing the power of Terran at these lower level games where Marines Marauders with heavy upgrades are very good in all situations. Rustov, though, don't count him out yet. He has DTs, he has Immortals, he has a lot of Stalkers. I just feel like with Liberator support especially, Rogue Hunter might just have this game. We'll see. We'll see if he can do this. Medevacs are out of energy. Like, the healing that they have, they're doing what they can, but they just don't have enough energy to fully heal all of these guys. Coming up, any scans available to get rid of creep? I don't know. Running away, the probes here, or the drones rather, is Cold Milk. Setting up defender mode circles in places where they are likely to be attacked. I love this. I really do. Rogue Hunter is, yep, has no, does he have any buildings left at all? Anyway, big attack here, standing right on in. I just feel like the Marines and the Marauders a little bit too much. Rogue Hunter is defeated, though. His last building was taken down. Oh, no. I was going to say, he doesn't show any available, any supply that he has up there. He just has 68 supply and no available supply depots or command centers. Where was that final building? Okay, hold up. I'm going to back out just a little bit. Looking over the map here. Let me pause real fast. Where is that last building? Where's my blue? Where's my teal or whatever? Rustov has stuff. Cold Milk barely has stuff at this point. This is weird. In team games, are you not just automatically eliminated when you lose all your buildings? Because I don't think Cold Milk has any buildings here yet. Has he not been eliminated at this point? And how come Rogue Hunter is still alive right now? I don't see it. I don't see it anywhere. Maybe the UI or maybe the AI messed up or something. But regardless, at that point, the AI determined that Rogue Hunter had lost all of his buildings. As we can see, I think he had a really good chance to win this thing, but then suddenly I'm watching the minimap and no, maybe he just rage quit. Did he rage quit? I don't know what happened. Rogue Hunter's defeated, Trazorn's defeated, Cold Milk and Rustov are victorious, which is absolutely crazy times, crazy pants. That was a really fun 2v2 game. Wow. All right, so that's it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin with yet another weekly edition of MidRank Madness. If you'd like to submit your replay to MidRank Madness, if it is a gold, platinum, or diamond replay, send it to falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of MidRank Madness. I'll send it to my screeners. They will screen them and send me the best ones to actually cast. You can also find me on Twitch. Nope, Twitter and Facebook, not on Twitch, both at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.
Before us, our honor guides us. Me with you, you with me. We are as one. Justice, our duty is unending. I feel your presence. We are as one. Sense of soul, a soul in search of the answers. May the gods watch over you. Kushala Adu. Ascension is before us. Our honor guides us. Me with you, you with me. We are as one. I sense a soul, a soul in search of the answers. May the gods watch over you. Kushala Adu. the answers. May the gods watch over you. Kushala Adu. Kalarulas. Aramulas. Aklaranas. Naslaran.